Hello world, Shelly here, and today I've got for you my first impressions and swatches and this eye look out of the new BH Cosmetics Zodiac palettes, and I am super excited about this one. It took so long to get to me. I ordered this on November 13th. I am filming this on, I think it's December 3rd right now. It just came... but it's finally here. It retails for $21.99, but if you follow the BH Cosmetics website, they always have sales and discounts going on, so you can absolutely get it cheaper than 22 bucks, although 22 bucks is not bad. This is a cruelty-free product. It is gluten-free. It is dermatologist tested. You get 25 shadows in here. There are 24 shadows and 1 highlighter. There are 12 shimmer shadows, 12 matte shadows, all based on the signs of the zodiac, and then there's 1 baked shimmer in the center. Now, I do like the BH Cosmetics eyeshadow formula. I find it to be generally decently pigmented, very good pigment in a lot of cases. I find it to be easy to use, very blendable. It's a bit powdery. You do get some fallout, so I recommend doing your eye makeup first when you're using this palette, or really any of the BH Cosmetics eyeshadows, because you probably will get fallout onto your face. So if you do your eyes first, you can just wipe it away with a makeup wipe and be done with it. But I was really hyped about this palette because I used to be a total astrology nerd. I would do people's birth charts by hand, like all the math, and I had all these books to look up all the positions of the planets, and what is my hair doing over here? But it was fun, and I was really into it, and I'm not gonna lie, I still look at horoscopes every once in a while. I look up at the sky, and I look at the constellations, and I think, gosh, I wonder if there's something to that. So I was really excited to get this. It is a gorgeous palette. There's a mirror in the front, and the palette itself, I mean, look at this, you guys. The shimmers are on the outer perimeter, the mattes are in the center perimeter, and then the middle is that highlight. And let's take a look at some swatches of this palette. I am going to swatch them over primer on bare skin with my fingers. So pretty, right? Let's take a look at what this palette can do. If you would like to see how I got this eye look using the Zodiac palette, stick around, keep on watching. Alright, so it turns out when I do my eyes before I do my complexion, it looks like I got punched in the eye. It won't look like that for long. So I'm going to start out by priming my lids with the MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. Normally I would set my primer with a flesh toned shadow. There really isn't in one in this palette for me, so I'm just gonna skip ahead and keep on going. I'm gonna take a big fluffy brush. This is a Wayne Goss 20, and the matte from the Aquarius shade, and use that as a light transition in the crease and blow it out slightly above the crease. When you use a big fluffy brush like this, it's really easy to get that color sort of deposited primarily in the crease where you want it, and then blown out softly upwards. Now the blue Aries color in this palette is a bit more of a sky blue, like a baby blue, and I want something a little closer to navy. So I've got this Master Ink pencil. Is this Maybelline? I think it is Maybelline. It is a navy blue, and I'm just going to take this on the outer third of my lid and lay it down as a base to put that blue down. Next I'm going to take a flat shader brush. This is a MAC 233. I'm going to use that blue from the Aries color and pack that on over that blue pencil. I'm going to use a color switch and keep the same brush, and I'm going into the green Sagittarius, and this is like a bright green, but I want something more of a lime green, so I'm going to pack this in on the inner 2/3 of my lid, but you'll see what happens next. So I'm going to dip into the gold shimmer of Aquarius and put that over the green. Look how pretty that is. And just layer on Aquarius until you get the lime green that you're going for. Next I'm going to go in with a small tapered blending brush. This is a Wayne Goss 19. I'm using all these Wayne Goss brushes, but you don't have to have an expensive set like this. Any brushes that have similar size and shape are going to do exactly the same thing. Maybe you'll have to blend a little bit more. That's the biggest benefit to having a really nice set of brushes, I feel, is that they feel softer on the eyes and they blend out a little bit easier. Like, you don't have to spend as much time blending because the brush does a lot of the work for you. But, I mean, you don't have to have these. You don't. You really don't. I'm going to go into my crease with the dark purple from Taurus, and I'm going to build this up. So we're going to start slowly. And you want most of the product on the outer corner of the eye and then drag it in as you get more product. And if you look on this eye, I really only went about 2/3 of the way in with the purple. So let's do this. In this case, I don't want this to blow out really high up. I just want it in the deepest part of my crease. I do want to make sure I get it right to the corner because I am planning to do a wing. Next, I'm going to take my Makeup Geek Outer V brush and dip into the matte black in Aries and just dip the tiniest bit because I just want a little more depth right here at the outer corner. And you want to keep this kind of high in your outer corner. Think about the outer 7 again. Nisha, Sugar Puff and Fluff, you need to go watch her. If you don't already, she does some of my favorite makeup looks for mature eyes. And she's not afraid to use color either. So keep this on the very outside. You don't want to get too much going on down here because we're going to wing it out. You also don't want to get too far up in the hood of the eye on this one. Sometimes I do take my darks really high up there because I want to camouflage the hood of my eye. But in this case, I really just want to build this particular shape. And that's what I'm going for. I'm going to take an even smaller tapered blending brush. This is the Wayne Goss 20. And go back into Aquarius Matte. And just warm up right above the purple. Now, on most people, this would be above the crease. On me, it's basically on the hood of my lid. And make sure you bring it just far enough in to the inner corner that everything blends out nicely. If you feel like you lost a little bit of your purple, come back in and add it over the black. And you're just going to kind of go back and forth until you feel like your colors are the way you like them. At this point, if you've got any fallout, grab yourself a makeup wipe and wipe-a-roo. Next, I'm going to take the NYX Epic Ink Liner and we're going to rock a wing. For the lower lash line, first I'm going to take a pencil brush and dip into the matte from Aquarius. And I'm just going to smoke out under the lower lash line. This is a pretty light shade, so I just want to lay down like a soft blended base. Next I'm going to go in with any kind of flat liner brush. This is a Wayne Goss 07, but really any kind of tiny little brush like that will do. I'm going to start with the Taurus Purple, close to the lower lash line, blend it up into the black liner. You don't have to be too precise because we are going to blow this out. Take a little bit of the matte from Libra to darken up closest to the lash line. A little bit of the Sagittarius green near the inner corner. Now go back with that pencil brush, get the Sagittarius matte, and smoke this out. I'm going to tightline the upper lash line with the stub of what's left of my Urban Decay 24/7 waterline pencil in Legend. For mascara, I've got the CoverGirl Peacock Flare. I'm gonna go do my face and I will be right back to finish up. All right, let's finish off and touch up these eyeballs. I'm gonna go in with the dark purple Taurus Matte again and just touch up the depth of color under the lower lash line. Go get the Sagittarius green one more time. I'm going to use the highlight in the center of the palette on my pinky for the inner corner. And lastly, I'm just going to go in with the pencil brush, and you can go either Aquarius or Sagittarius, the matte, and just smooth back out your sort of under eye smoke out. I'm going to use Aquarius. I'm going to use a little bit of that highlight shade in the center for my brow bone as well. This is a little blingy. I wouldn't normally go quite so bling on the brow bone, so I'm just going to put it right under the sort of the peak of the arch. And here's the finished look. Now you could take this look and go much more simplistic by doing a less harsh dark lower lash line, do something much lighter, and that would make this a little bit more wearable for daytime. Of course, I don't follow those rules. I would wear this to work, and that's fine with me, but you can definitely tone this up, tone it down, depending on how bold you want to go. You do not need to do a wing. I almost always do winged liner, but you do not have to. You could just do black liner, upper lash line, totally fine. You don't even need liner. There's enough color going on here where you can get away without liner and just put on a nice mascara and be done with it. So there's a lot of ways you can take this look and make it your own, and I hope you've enjoyed this. If you recreate this look, please tag me on social. I would love to see what you guys come up with. And there you have it. My first look out of the BH Cosmetics Zodiac palette. If you would like to see more tutorials out of this palette, give me a thumbs up. Or if you just liked this one, I'll take a thumbs up as well. I appreciate it. It helps my channel grow. And please subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks a lot for taking some time out of your day to geek out over makeup with me. I appreciate it, and I hope you guys all have an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.